Good morning, it's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. Today we're going to address the topics on this channel. This channel is focused on how to heal yourself from chronic illness, mental, physical disease, and how to really take your health into your own hands and become your own healer so that you can heal these conditions. That's what this channel has always been about. Whether we're talking about something physical like diet or whether we're talking about the emotional aspect and doing the inner work that it takes to heal, that's what we've always focused on in this channel. However, lately, the channel has been focusing on the pandemic. It's been focusing on everything going on in the world. And a lot of people have questioned and said, go back to your original content, which I do agree on. But I want to take a moment here to talk about why I've been talking about this on my channel and why it's important and why it actually correlates to healing and taking your health into your own hands and to how to heal yourself. And the reason being is that what happened to me and what has happened to a lot of people with chronic illness is that we've gone down the traditional medical route. And that medical model has either been the cause or been the problem for our healing, right? It's either caused our illness specifically because of the medications and the route that we had to go down. It was actually quite literally the cause. Or it has impeded our healing because we've gone and done every single thing that the medical establishment has asked us to do and it hasn't worked. We're still sick, or we're further down the path, sicker than ever, new symptoms, new diagnoses, new medications, and we cannot get off this wheel and we cannot seem to heal. So because that has happened to most people who are on this channel, myself included, I am very sensitive to what's happening in the world right now. I'm traumatized by what's happened to the world. I have a lot of PTSD symptoms around what's happening. Mandates, forced medical medications, things to be put in your body. These types of things are not okay after you've been down the road that many of us have been down. And specifically if we've been hurt by this industry, if we've been ignored, if we've felt like it's been damaging to us in any way, the medications specifically, or the doctors, the blaming, the shaming, the accusations, the guilt, the abandonment, the giving up on you, the whole thing, lying, on and on the list goes. So when what has happened on such a massive scale over the past 2 years comes into our homes, right? It comes in like, if you don't do this, you're going to lose your job. If you don't do this, you can't travel. If you don't do this, you can't go to certain universities or colleges or schools, or you can't go into this place. So obviously this pandemic has thrown everybody for a loop. And I'm not saying that I want anybody to get COVID and that I want anybody to die from it. This is tragic what's happening. However, people who are chronically ill and who have already been hurt by an industry, who have already been damaged by pharmaceuticals, hurt by doctors, lied to, confused, everything. When we're asked to trust and put blind faith and trust into an industry like this, that we know all too well can be horrifically damaging, and it is so hard to recover from the types of chemical assault that can be put on your hormones, on your neurotransmitters, on your body, on your organs. These types of things are extremely difficult to overcome, and that's why I've focused on this channel. That's why we've talked about these things, because those of us who know are scared, are terrified, and we want others to know, because we never want something to happen at the hands of something that could be avoided if you only had the truth, if you only had true informed consent, if you had a true list of the pros, a true list of the cons, and you had the ability and rationally to go through the information, think for yourself, and make your own decision, right? Without being swayed or pushed propaganda to by news organizations and the media and doctors' offices and companies and people all over the world. This is, these people aren't the scientists. They're not the medical professions in a lot of cases, but they're just toting the party line. You have to get this, it's safe and effective, do this. And that's damaging. That can be very, very damaging if something goes wrong. So I think it's important, it has been important to discuss this, to get the word out, to save the people who are in amazing health and who don't need this, who aren't at risk from the virus. The people who have strong immune systems, children, healthy, young people, right, who can fight this off with their own immune systems. But we need to know what could happen. We need to be able to see the information and the anecdotal evidence and the actual people with stories who are coming forward saying this has happened from this, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else. And that's where I come from, because, I have a personal story that makes me so passionate about this topic. It makes me extremely dedicated and passionate to save anyone from ever going through what I went through, and to help those people who have been abandoned, who have been shamed, guilted, lied to, hurt, and harmed by a profession that is there, that is meant to help heal us, not to keep us on medications forever, not to diagnose us and have us stay in this revolving door, but to help our bodies heal. And in order to do that, we need to stop putting in things that could hurt them, from chemicals to medications to environmental factors. There's so many things that you can do by just stopping the assault on the body. But then, no matter how you've gotten your illness, whether it was a chemical, a medication, an environmental factor, your diet, there's so many reasons why you can have the illnesses that you have. And so now what do? How do we take our health into our own hands? How do we become our own healers? How do we become responsible for our illness and stop outsourcing our healing? How do we heal ourselves? And that's what this channel is always focused on. So yes, I agree. I've been going off on this tangent, as most of us in the world have been this year, because it's important. Knowledge is important. I'm not saying that whether they should or shouldn't take something, but I'm saying they should have all the information. They should be able to talk freely about it, and then they should be able to make their own decisions for themselves. So that's paramount to me, and that's why this has affected me so greatly, because it's hitting my trauma, my deep trauma around this subject. But I agree, there's a lot of people on this channel who are out there who are suffering and come to this channel for advice on how to heal physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. How do we take a sick body and help it heal, help it get healthy again? That's going to be, going forward, what 80% of the content's going to be about. But I'm still going to every once in a while discuss what's happening, especially if there's new developments, new mandates. These are all important to stay on top of, because it affects us, it affects our lives, it affects our livelihoods, and it affects our family members and everyone we know. Not only is it personal to everybody across the world right now, but it's especially personal to me, to what I went through, to the types of experiences and traumas and emotional scars that I still have over this. And so to me, for my channel, I feel it's important to stay on top of, to discuss, and to continue to help people, to give people information, and to be there for a group of people who are not being heard right now, not being validated, and being pressured, coerced, guilted, all of these things that I do not like to see. So we're going to be doing some of that, but we are going to be switching the content, mostly going back to helping you, because I know you're struggling. I know you're suffering. I know it's intolerable. And in some cases, you don't even know if you can go on the full day, let alone minute to minute. Not only physically, not only mentally, not only emotionally, but spiritually. It's a mind, body, soul process to heal everything that needs healing, right? We're all works in progress, but to get out of that major chronic illness, to turn that corner, is so important. So we're going to be focusing on that. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. These are my reasons why we're discussing this, and why we will continue, 20% on this channel, to talk about these things going forward. It's important for all of us. I believe that in my soul. So I have to just follow my own intuition. I have to follow my own guidance, my own purpose for being here. And one of the reasons for me being here is not only to help people heal, but also to help people, specifically people in my family, my children, never have to go down the road that I went down. So, this is what this channel is about. So again, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't hit the like button, if you haven't shared, if you haven't done all those things to keep this channel going, because it's heavily censored, it's heavily monitored. I mean, I've been making videos for, I would say 7 years maybe, and I'm not even monetized. I still have the right amount of watch hours. I still don't have the right amount of subscribers to get monetized or whatever. But after making videos on this content, it's really been pushed under the algorithm. I've had many warnings and my channel's been hurt by this topic. So just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. I'm gonna make these videos no matter what anyways, but it would just be helpful. So thanks for doing that if you've done that. Again, my heart goes out to every single person who is affected by chronic illness, no matter what illness you have. I know it's incredibly grueling to live this way. And my heart and passion also goes out to all those people right now who are being misguided, lied to, coerced into something, or not being given the information that they need to make good medical decisions. So listen, for all those out there who are suffering, who don't think they can make it, who don't think they can hold on, who really can't see a life beyond the chronic illness that you are living, please do not give up on yourself. Do not give up. Hold on. Find strength, look within. You can heal. You can heal. I'm not saying it's easy. It is going to be the most challenging thing that you will ever do, but it is possible. Your body's amazing. Don't give up on yourself. Believe in yourself. Hold on. Hold on to you, that little piece inside you that says, my story's not done yet. I'm not ready to go. I came here for a purpose, and my purpose isn't finished yet. This is not my story. This is not the end of my story. And I want you to hold on, and I want you to remember that you absolutely can. You can heal. So start taking the steps that you need to do to heal. It's not going to be big. You're not going to feel the healing all at once, but you absolutely, over time, doing the things that you need to do, mind, body, mental, spiritual, soul level, all of it to heal. It's a journey, and you are strong enough for it. You're capable enough for it. And all you need is a little bit of faith in yourself, belief in yourself, and love for yourself. Don't give up. Hold on. You can do this.